Hello guys and welcome back to another class of our course about data science, the complete introduction. So basically in today's class we are going to talk about the basics of statistics and we are going to talk about some basic formulas. So really basic concepts. You'll see it's really easy to follow. So basically the three formulas that are going to be covered today would be the median, the mode, and finally the average or the mean. And as you can see, those are pretty simple, but yet really important in statistics. So basically the first thing that we are going to talk about today would be the median. And basically the median is simply the middle number inside of a data set. So let's take an example right here. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 8, 9, 22. In this case, the median will be 4, even if it's not the center number. In this, well, the center number means the number between 1 and 22, which would be 11. In this data set, this is the middle number. So this is the number that is in the median. Well, in what is the median? Here, as you can see, it's the exact same thing. It's a perfect representation of it. So right here we have a data set and the median will be right there because this is the number that is in the center. So basically each time that we have a number that is in the center, no matter how big the data set is, this would be the median. So let's say, for example, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1,000. Well, in this small data set, the median number would be 3, even if the average between 1 and 5 and 1,000 would be 500. But in this case, it's going to be, well, the median would be 3 because this is the number that is in the center. So this is for the median. The second thing that we are going to talk about today would be the mode. The mode basically is a bit different from the median, very simple to understand as well. Basically, the mode is the number that will appear the most inside of a data set. It's possible that we have data sets with more than one mode, and also it's possible that we have data sets with no mode at all. So let's say, for example, the data set right here, which is 1, 2, 3, 3, 3, 4, 8, 9, 22, 22. Basically, in this data set, the mode will be 3 because 3 appears 3 times in this case. And since it's the number that appears the most, this would be our mode. Same thing for 22. In this case, 22 is not the mode of this data set because it appears 3 times. It appears only 2 times, and the number 3 appears 3 times. And if we didn't have the number 3, in this case, the mode will be 22. If, like for example, in this data set, we have 5 numbers and all the numbers appear only 1 time, there is no mode in this case. So we have in this data set no mode at all. And if, for example, we have here 3, 3, 3, and we had 22, 22, and 22 that appears 3 times. In that case, the mode would have been 3 and 22 because they appear the same number of times. So as you can see in this picture, this represents it really good. So basically we have the number 10 right here, 30, here 50, here 70, and here 90. So basically the number 70 appears 40 times, and this is why this would be the mode of this data set right here. All the other numbers don't appear as much. So if we had, for example, 90 that appears as well 40 times, 90 would have been a mode as well. So we would have had 2 modes inside of this data set. Finally, the last thing that we are going to talk about today would be the mean. And as I said, this is pretty simple to understand. Basically, the mean would be the average of a set of numbers that we have. So in this case, the example is directly here. So let's say we have 5 numbers. So the height of some people. Basically, the mode in this data set would be there is no mode. So since everything is the same. The median would be 1 meter 70 centimeters, so basically in this case 170 centimeters. And finally, the average or the mean, the way it's calculated, it's pretty simple. You simply make an addition of all the numbers that we have right here, and we'll divide it by the number of numbers. So in this case, we have 5 numbers or 5 entities. So we will divide it by 5. So the calculation is right here. What we have done is pretty simple. We made an addition of 150, 160, 170, 180, and 180 right here. So I made a mistake. We have a mode. It's 180 because it appears 2 times. I didn't say it. And finally, the answer would be 840 divided by 5 because we have right here we have our 5 numbers, and divided by 5 it's 168 centimeters. So if I make a quick summary, it's pretty simple with this example. So first of all, we have the median, which is 170 centimeters. The mode, which would be 180 centimeters because it appears 2 times. And so since it's the number that appears the most, it's our mode. And finally, our average, which would be 168 centimeters. And how we made the calculation, it's pretty simple. We simply made an addition of all the numbers that we had here, and we divided by the number of numbers, which is 5. So as you can see, those were the 3 basic formulas that we talked about today. So in the next class, we are going to learn some concepts and formulas that are a bit more advanced. So that's it for this class, guys, and see you all in our next class.